I have chosen 5 locations to focus my research on, as they all use their glass facades to connect to the public realm for different reasons. The Mies high-rise buildings use glass facades to open and connect private and public space. The Aqua Tower uses glass as an aesthetic focus. Ruby House's use of glass is purely for residential reasons. Farnsworth House uses a glass facade to connect with nature, and the Apple Store on Fifth Avenue uses a glass facade to entice users with the space. Before our trip, I did not realise how many Mies high-rise buildings there were throughout Chicago. Everywhere I looked, there one would be. This to me showed that the design was very successful. I love these buildings as they all share similar design qualities, but each one is slightly different. I have chosen to focus on the collection of the 3 buildings located in the loop, the 2 high-rises and the post office. Through use of the glass facades wrapping around each building, Mies has achieved a universal space. The high-rise buildings are very much private, intended to be used only by the workers and businesses operating inside, where the post office is a public space. The glass facades open each building's interior to the public, allowing passers-by to view inside and engage within each space. The use of glass has created a transparent block, a space that atmospherically feels open and light despite having 3 large buildings located there. The public openly and comfortably interacts through and across this space. I loved Aqua Tower. The high-rise structure sits so uniquely in comparison to any other buildings in Chicago. In this structure, a glass facade wraps around the building with concrete balconies attached to the exterior. These balconies are curved and positioned around the facade in patterns to replicate the look of rippling water. The open sections of the glass facade glisten in the sun and reproduce the same effect still water does on a lake. The Aqua Tower building has used glass in a very unique way. Located by Lake Michigan, Jean Gang has designed the tower to reproduce the natural flow of water. This building is very appealing on the eye, and despite being covered in glass, the glazing and the balconies offer privacy to the residents inside. Frank Lloyd Wright has used glass very differently in his residential design than other architects of his time. The horizontal long windows wrap around the living areas of the building, allowing light to flood into the structure. Open windows allow no privacy, so Wright uses designs and patterns on the glass to add privacy into the living areas. On the bottom level, Wright has used a colourless diamond pattern to act like a screen to block the view into the interior. This technique is extremely clever as the diamond pattern does not subtract any surface area, so light still flows freely into the space. The pattern only affects the human eye. On the upper level, Wright adds colour into his designs. The yellow glass, when hit by sunlight, throws golden tones throughout the interior living on the upper floor. This tone complements the timber material used throughout the entire living area. The position of the windows has been designed so that the residents can view out into the street and watch what is happening during the day, but the view from the street allows no view into the living areas. The height and location of the exterior detailing is how Wright accomplished this aspect of privacy. Wright shows us just how an interior can be changed and enhanced by the manipulation of glass windows. Mies designed the Farnsworth House with the intention to connect the resident with the surrounding natural environment. The house was intended as a weekend home for Dr. Farnsworth, a busy female doctor from Chicago. The entire facade of the house is made from large glass panels. As the house is located in a large private lot, there is no need to hide away from any passers-by, as there isn't any. Mies has used glass to create a residence that feels like one with nature. When entering the interior of the house, the atmospheric qualities created by the glass walls make the user feel peaceful and comfortable. It is a beautiful sensation you have whilst walking through the space. The views are incredible, and the greenery surrounding the house produces a soothing escape. A residential building created entirely of glass is a very unusual thing. Mies has produced a building that challenges the idea of privacy. I thoroughly enjoyed visiting this location and experiencing that connection of nature Mies intended. The Apple Store on Fifth Avenue appears to only be a large glass cube sitting central in a large open lot. When you approach the store, only then do you realise that there is a store located hidden beneath the ground. The glass cube creates a sense of spectacle and interest. The large glass facade is very exclusive, which reflects the spirit of Apple products. Apple markets their products to seem sleek, stylish, and exclusive. Glass is a material that reflects all of these characteristics. Successful marketing is producing a product that appears exclusive and different from the rest, provoking curiosity of the users that attracts them and draws them in. The designers of the store have created a structure that draws users and customers into the space, generating a sense of wonder and awe when it is realised there is a hidden level below. For a retail application, this glass facade has created a very successful storefront. All the 5 locations show initiative of their designers. Mies designing both in the public and private realm shows that glass facades can be used to open space that may otherwise seem solid and heavy. The high-rise buildings wrapped with glass facades create a layering system that has been copied and replicated in both Chicago and other cities around the world. The Farnsworth House is an excellent model showing how to break the boundaries when it comes to private residential space. Wright also shows methods of how privacy doesn't always mean blocking away the streetscape, but rather manipulating how glass is presented. Aqua Tower and the Apple Store are strong examples of spectacle and how the materiality of glass can be used and manipulated to add aesthetic and wonder to residential and retail spaces. I enjoyed researching glass facades over the course of the trip. I felt that I learned a lot about how interiors can be enhanced by the use of glass, along with how the exterior space is enriched by glass also. I love the materialistic qualities of glass. It's so beautiful and soothing when used in the right ways.